And one more submission or deputation, Lindsay Carswell.
Be a short submission. Right, my name's Lindsay Carswell. Most of you probably already know me. Bit of a reality check. First thing I just want to say is that stadiums lose money. If you want to see a good article on it, have a look at John Oliver's on YouTube on stadiums. However, move on. In the council report, a couple of things I want to comment there. It's mainly looking at the alternative stadiums that you could have, and using terms such as life cycle costs and present values, and that, which for most of you I think are not going to be something that you know much about. But what I'd like to do is to see a set of accounts, financial accounts, showing the total revenue and the expenditure that you would expect to receive during a financial year. Such accounts would have to have the depreciation shown. Of a 500 million stadium written off over 50 years, you're looking at around about $10 million per annum for depreciation alone and the costs. Instead, what I find in your report, at the back of it, is a cash flow completely blacked out. You have operating expenditure detailed, likewise blacked out. Why is that? Why can't you show all the costs in that? Why can't you please be transparent over these matters? Another issue I just want to raise is in the newspaper article in yesterday's press, the very first sentence, the writer goes on about the fact that it's going to cost $88 per annum per household or ratepayer. I'd like to know, how was that cost at $80 derived? Again, it's because there's a lack of transparency in all of this, and I would like, please, with these types of projects, $500 million size project, that we have some transparency there so we can all see exactly what it's going to cost us as ratepayers at the end. I'm not against the project, but I think we need to see exactly what's going on. That's what I want to say. Thank you. Good afternoon. Any questions?
Yanni?
Thank you for your deputation. Just, do you think, given the significance of this project, do you think we should get the information that you're talking about and then have a public consultation process so that the public can give a view about the risk and also the cost?
On submitting the investment case, which is what this paper's about.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I really don't know. But I think if you had more information there, people would be interested to make submissions, perhaps.
Right.
I know a lot of people will moan and all that and go on and on about it, saying I'm deducting $80 off my rates and all that sort of carry on. Hey, it's called democracy.
Yeah.
Yep, no, thank you for that, Lindsay. That's really good. Sam?
Yeah, thanks, Lindsay. I mean, what more would you want to see than what's already in the long-term plan? So we've obviously factored in the OPEX and the CAPEX to that.
Just see the costs of it, so we can work out. So you can work out what exactly is the loss it's making per annum.
So more so than what's already in our long-term plan.
I think actually at this stage, before you actually start construction, I think the document you've got.
That's where the $80 a year comes from. You know, that is
4.2.
That's what it costs.
$1 million operating loss.
In terms of, but it's an operating cost over a life. You know, and I mean, I do actually understand life cycle costing, but you spread it across the number of years that you're calculating it against. So
that's the depreciation.
Yeah. No. Separately from depreciation. I mean, I actually appreciate what you're saying about depreciation. I have an issue with the current legal framework for depreciation, but that's the same with every large asset, which obviously has a much longer life than the 50 years you'd write it down over rather. But Yeah, but that $80 a year, I mean, we've got 10 seconds to go. I promise you that will be a question we'll ask staff when we get to that this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Just don't be so secret, please.
Well,
Too many
no,
secrets
there's-
over
there's
Hagley Oval.
no intention to be secret, but you do appreciate that once you put all of the details in the public arena before you've been to the market for both the design and the build, and you factoring in costings that obviously that you're putting, that you're considering behind the scenes, you have to do that confidentially, because if you do it publicly, you'll just simply make that the minimum price where people will negotiate up from, not down from. So I'm just saying it's not a good way to conduct what is a commercial aspect of what will be the commercial build of our arena. So, but we appreciate your question, and I'll make sure that the question is asked this afternoon and that an answer will be given.
Have a look at John Oliver's piece.
Roger.
Very interesting.
I like John Oliver.
Thank you.
It's very